Hi, Zanae Brooks running for Indiana State Auditor, and this is part 2 of what does the State Auditor actually do. So remember, not an auditor here. We're not coming out to review your tax returns or any of those things. This is really the CFO for the state, or the Chief Accounting Officer, really the financial guardian. And there are 5 main responsibilities. The first one I talked through last time on the last video, so please go watch it, is the State Board of Finance, which is 3 people: the auditor, the treasurer, and the state's budget director, who was appointed by the governor. And remember, these 3 people can approve or deny or review transfers between the different funds and agencies. Some significant dollar movements happening there, so it's a pretty important role. The rest of it is very, technical accounting. So overseeing the state's finances, paying the state's employees and bills, distributing tax money to schools, counties, different localities. And the last one I want to talk about today is administering the state's deferred compensation plan, which is called Hoosier Start. So if you work in a private sector, really that's commonly known as the 401k. Here it's Hoosier Start, and it's a deferred comp plan. So for anybody that may be a little confused or want a little clarity, this is not to be confused with the Indiana public retirement system, which is more of the pension plan. So you have a pension plan, or your defined benefit plan, which the organization, or in this instance the state, would have more control over how much a person gets when they retire, a defined amount. And that is usually determined by years of service, age, all of those things. The employee doesn't really have any risk when it comes to that. This Hoosier Start program is more of a defined contribution plan, or deferred compensation plan, where the employee has a responsibility, has the risk. You are contributing to this plan. You can do it pre or post tax, and and then you get to determine, how that's invested, how much risk you want, how much you want to actually have when you do retire. So the employee owns this one, as opposed to the pension or defined benefit plan. With that, state employees are automatically enrolled in this program. Now, you can opt out after, you have to do that before 31 days of your employment. So you have the option to opt out. You're automatically enrolled at the $15, because there is a minimum based on IRS standards to even, participate in this plan. So it's $15, or 2% of your taxable gross wages. And then the state also matches up to $15 per check. So with the state's matching program, you get an additional $390 a year. Now, you can increase your contribution per paycheck, but remember, you have complete control over that. So yeah, that's easy. So that is the deferred comp plan, known as Hoosier Start, which is administered by the auditor's office, and that is through Nationwide, which is pretty popular across the country. So remember, all of this is on the website, Indiana or in.gov/auditor. Also on the website, more information about the State Board of Finance, more information about the transparency portal, where you can see actual state finances and some financial reports. You can find minutes from all of the meetings. Lastly, on the internet, you can find my website, votezanae.com. Also, follow me on all social at votezanae. And remember, if you want to volunteer or donate to the campaign, it's at votezanae. Thanks for listening.